Hello, it is iYikKam time again. So today I'd like to share with you on the basic education standard for Wing Chun Queen. As you all know that my directions on Wing Chun is that I like to work with everybody to set up an educational systems for Wing Chun Queen so that it be able to teach us even in the formal college and be accepted by the mainstream. Okay, and Wing Chun is an art. It's a very scientific art. It's not a cult. It's not a belief. It is a technology. That's what Wing Chun is. Okay, so we need a basic educational standard so that everybody who practice Wing Chun Queen have some standard and really know what Wing Chun is about. Okay, so today I'd like to share with you on the educational standard. Now, before we talk about the educational standard, let me share with you again. There are many people when messaging me, communicate or chat with me on pure Wing Chun, most authentic Wing Chun, or sometimes they refer what I'm talking about is a pure Wing Chun. You know, all of this pure and Wing Chun or most authentic Wing Chun or oldest Wing Chun, let's never use it, okay? Don't use it anymore. Don't use it. Why? Because there is ego. When I said I am pure, am I going to refer that you are not pure? If I am most authentic, then you are not as authentic as me. See, all these things are trouble, okay? This is all ego, okay? It's like I want to dictate the whole thing and everybody has to listen to what I'm saying, okay? And that is exactly the ego. We don't want that, okay? What we want is the common denominator. Okay, so what I present in the iYikKam in this YouTube is the common denominator of Wing Chun. Okay? So I am with everybody. I'm not more pure than you. I'm not more authentic than you. I am just presenting a common denominator Wing Chun. So everybody can use this common denominator because this is based on the history, facts, and evidence, and every lineage share all this common denominator. Okay? So that way we are objective and we don't want to run to this ego. Okay? We talk about Zen. Okay? Zen. And everybody talk about Zen, you know, how we must not have ego and how we must, you know, behave like enlightenment human beings, this emptiness, chi, all kind of stuff. But let me tell you, what is this Zen about? Whenever we talk about we are pure or we are most authentic, or we want other people to listen to us, okay, listen to us, we want them to listen to us, that is already ego. Okay? Without ego mean it's like scientific stuff. We present something and we present some object here or some rule like Newton's law of motion, so forth. You know, you can go examine it. You don't have to listen to me. And thus, what I'm presenting, I like to do the same too, okay? This is what it is, by facts, by evidence, okay? But you know, you can track in the history, and you go examine it, okay? Don't listen to me, because if I insist you need to listen to me or follow me or call it Hendrix Wing Chun or whatever, that is just an indication of ego, okay? And then I probably ask you to tell me grandmaster. There's even bigger ego, okay? Or you know, so So let's drop this thing, okay? Please drop this thing, because Buddhism and Zen Buddhism teaches, as soon as we found out in a conversation we want other people to listen to us, that we have to watch out, because that's our ego. We start trying to run into using our ego to want to control the world, okay? That's not Zen. That's not Zen at all. Zen is saying, okay, you go examine it, okay? So scientific is Zen, okay? So that's really important, and we want to have a common denominator Wing Chun Kin educations. Why? Only that way we can guarantee everybody have the same basic education, and then everybody march in the same directions, and then we can go proceed further, grow further, okay, and become better and better. You know, there's no point that if I am the grandmaster, grandmaster, supreme grandmaster, and so what? If the whole world collapses and I'm the supreme grandmaster, so what? Okay, those are just useless. Okay. So we want to have an education, so everybody the same. So if you are better than other people, that's good, because you have the same educations, same common denominator educations. You work harder than other people, and you are better in the technically, so you can lead in that directions, okay, or in that field, okay, and that's good. And other people might have their field in Wing Chun, which is they are good at, and good, you know, let them lead in their field. So we have a common denominator educations. That is very important. Okay, so we have a platform, a common denominator, so everybody know this. And then if you are better, you are better, you are better. That's all good. You all are superstars. Okay, it doesn't have to be sit on there and try to fight each other and see who's the best fighter, who's the best. No, forget about it. Those things are just an ego play, and it go nowhere. Okay. But destruction to ourselves. Okay? Now, since everybody love to talk about Shaolin, okay, and if you look at all the conversations, most of the people will say, well, we are from Shaolin, okay, Shaolin, and whenever the conversations of Wing Chun in the history, we talk about Shaolin, Mui Shaolin, blah 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 blah, and not Mei Shaolin. Okay, fine. So I pull out, this is the moral code of Shaolin here. Okay, this is the moral code. This is ancient moral code. Okay, if you read it, the first moral code here is talking about strengthen the body and mind is the first priority. So everybody have to train every day. If you don't train every day, you don't have Kung Fu. You cannot go join a seminar for a weekend and come back you thinking we are a grandmaster. No way. So even in the Shaolin, set the health of the mind and body as the first priority, and train every day. Okay, train religiously. Okay. And not even saying, oh, Sunday or whenever I can quit. No, every day you train, okay? If you want Qi Gong and all this meditations, all this advanced samadhi, not training every day is crazy. And I can reveal to you that the guy who has samadhi, actually at every minute, he is watching himself in the samadhi. So if you say, oh, yeah, in our conversation, I want you to listen to me, that means, okay, my ego pops up. I need to deal with this with the Buddhist practice, okay? So that is about practice. The second thing is, over here it says that it has to follow Buddha's teaching. Okay, one must practice compassionate to every living beings. Okay, this is the Chinese here. Okay, so this is translation here. So that means in Buddha's teaching, that means you practice sila, the precepts, okay? And then it said that you don't want to testing your skill, to fighting, to test whether you are the best fighter and number one. Well, all these are violations of the Shaolin moral code, okay? And then over there, the third thing is say one has to be honest, kind, and take care of one's parent, because parent, they get old, and then never bullying other because we have a better skill or we have a stronger body. So this is the basic of the Shaolin, the Shaolin moral code. Are we going to follow this? If we call ourselves Wing Chun is from Shaolin, are we going to follow this? If we are not going to follow this, and we keep fighting, keep telling people, oh, you know what? Don't talk with mouth, talk with your hands. See whether you're a better fighter than me, you can beat me or not. You violate this already, okay? And we, in fact, violating this too. This is a bullying, okay? Even if you beat the guy, you are bully, because, and this is the moral code. So Wing Chun, if we want Wing Chun to be strong, are we going to follow this and produce a constructive, positive contribution to the society, and the mainstream can accept us, and all university can teach Wing Chun? Or we want to turn into some kinds of cult or anything? Oh, you don't listen to me, I got to beat you, shut up, I'm better fighter than you. Okay, so be realistic, okay? This is the Shaolin moral code, okay? Either we follow this, or we need to follow today's society law, okay? And actually, we need to follow both, because over here it said too, violations of this type is taken as the breaking of the law. So even they practice this, the moral code in Shaolin, and when people do this wild, crazy thing, okay, running for this fighting and so forth, they're going to say this is a violating or breaking the law, and they're going to send to the government if they're violating the law. Okay, really in the ancient Buddhism, even the Mei Zhuang, which is belong to Buddhists, is like this. If you're violating, they're going to send you to the law officer, because it's breaking the law. Okay, so this is reality. Okay, and do not take it lightly, because this is how we have to deal with our own life. You just don't live in the movie. In past 50 years or so, in Hong Kong movie is too much of this violence become non-realistic fantasy, and actually, those kinds of fighting, hatred and all those kind of thing, promotion of those, an eye for an eye, those only going to screw everybody up. Okay. So our society today do not have have a better society, because we don't have war for past 60 years or something, right? Before we have World War I, World War II, then everybody suffer with all this World War. Now, this is the checklist in my new book. Okay, this is the checklist. This is a basic Wing Chun Keen skill checklist. This is needed, okay? Because in Wing Chun Keen is a technology, and we need to learn about the techniques and the science and the art behind of the technology. We can never always think that, oh, Wing Chun is about a center line, and then direct to the center line, and the closest between 2 points is a straight line, and that's it. That's Wing Chun. Okay, that's the Wing Chun's the best. Okay, the supreme art. This stuff is actually oversimplified. It doesn't make sense at all in the world of physics. Okay, and if you look at in the ancient Chinese martial art record, everything, this is what needed. This is what needed. This is what needed in order to learn a martial arts. Without knowing this, okay, and that's why I itemize all this thing, and I'm going to show you, okay. So basically there's two parts. The first part is about how you handle your own body, this blue one. The second part is how you're going to handle what is in the fighting. Yes, we talk about fighting here because Wing Chun is an art, a technology for handling fighting. Okay, but please do not get me wrong on fighting, because remember we just talked about the Shaolin, the code of moral. Okay, we investigate this fighting, the technology, not for bullying and not for those crazy destructive stuff. Okay, we investigate the technology to protect, to become positive and become constructive, handle the situation so that we want to minimize fighting or totally get rid of fighting. Okay, but we need the technology in order to handle that. Okay. So this is all we need. Okay, the line of attack. Where are you going to, in the Wing Chun we talk about Xin Wai in Cantonese. Okay, the line. Okay, we need to know. Okay, our line, the opponent's line, how this line change. The second thing, Wing Chun is a stick body short strike. One need to know what is close in, how to get close in. One is not going to run into the line of attack like running into a cannon. Okay, so what should one know about this close in? And then one should know the receiving. Why? Because the Wing Chun Kit tell us already, right? Come, accept. Okay, and the Tan Bong Fok K, all is this receiving. One need to be received. Okay, so how? Okay, one need to know how to do that. What is it? How to do that? Why is going to do that? And then, of course, the footwork. One is not going to standing there or just rush forward. Okay. So when we say, oh yeah, disengage and thrust forward. No, don't take it as you just go run forward linearly. Okay, run into a cannon. Okay. The last one is the techniques. And because Wing Chun is a different type of technology, the techniques, the usage of techniques is based on its design. You cannot use, I import without knowing the Wing Chun technique, import a Tai Chi techniques or Xing Yi techniques or Bagua techniques in. What are we talking about here? Okay, this come together hand in hand. They have to synchronize together. So in order to face what outward, one need this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Without knowing this, how is one going to handle what it is? And knowing this doesn't mean that one need to fight. Sometimes one knowing this, one can make an assessment or judgment on what situations. Maybe the best bet is to run, especially for our weaker Wing Chun brother and sisters. If we are weaker, go run. Okay, there's a best self-defense. If we need to run, but we need to know this. Okay? Otherwise, we have no way to evaluate it, and we don't know what are we doing, what are we training. Okay, so we need this. So this is again this. So even if this is a bull, fine. We know the way we have the skill developed to handle this thing. Okay, not to kill this bull, but we be able to handle it. Okay, so there's this needed. Another thing is that we talk about how to handle this. Now, how is this preparations of the body, like the engine? This is what we call the engine of the art. Okay, so what is the Wing Chun mechanics? What type of Chinese martial art Wing Chun is? What is the mechanics? We need to know that. It's not everybody the same. Okay, I can do boxing. Boxing is the same. Western boxing is the same. Wing Chun is the same with Western boxing. Karate is the same with Wing Chun. Wing Chun same with karate. Same with Tai Chi, because all the posture look the same. That's, oh my God, okay? We need to exactly know what is the Wing Chun mechanic based on, because Wing Chun is very, very good art, okay? And then Wing Chun power generations. And based on the Wing Chun mechanics and the type of art of Wing Chun, the power generation will be not the same. It cannot be the same with Tai Chi. Sorry, okay? Tai Chi have a Tai Chi art. The reason why it's called Tai Chi or, Shaolin or different art. I'm not picking at different art, and every art has its good point. What I'm saying here is that they are different. You just don't saying, everything is the same. Okay, white is the same with black, and black is the same with blue, and blue is the same with yellow. Okay, You cannot make this type of thing. Okay, the color white, color blue, color black, color red, all these are different stuff. We need to understand what they are. Okay, their strength and the weakness, so forth, and then also the flexible physical body. Okay, Wing Chun, as the saying say, right? The calm, you accept it, and then if you're going away, you escort what is going away, and then you thrust forward when it's disengaged. You need a flexible body. Okay, it is not the same like, oh yeah, in Shaolin movie, like the Shaolin movie, everybody have to stand there for days and so forth. It's not equal. Okay, again, it's different stuff. Okay, so this is the checklist I propose to all Wing Chun here on. Okay, if you like to go my directions, or actually our directions shouldn't be mine because that's ego. Okay, our direction for the Wing Chun Queen. Let's set this as the list, the basic Wing Chun Queen skill checklist. Okay, so everybody after the first year of the Wing Chun Queen class, everybody, no exception, know this stuff. They don't have to be the top grandmaster or the best fighter, but at least they know this. It's just like you're driving a car. At least you know the minimum how to drive a car properly and safely. Okay? So this is what I propose. Okay? And this is actually, I put it in my in the new book, okay, in the book, because I intend the book to be a textbook, which go through the basic of all this issue, okay, and so that we have a clear understanding of what's going on, okay. This is all the common denominator, by the way, okay. I didn't invent it, okay. If you go do serious research and get all the data and you compile it, is end up with this, okay. So this is what I propose, okay. And you don't have to study with me to know this. Now every lineage will have part of this thing, okay. But if you like to know what I'm talking about on this more, get the book. The book I am releasing, Amazon. Find out what is this thing, okay. So in the book, this is the book, okay. It's called Beginning Wing Chun Queen. In fact, it is beginning because it is just the basic we want to get hold, so everybody equal, everybody get upgrade, okay, upgrade. Say before it is here, now we want to upgrade it because like a smartphone, okay, every few years you want to upgrade it. So this is a platform so that we can upgrade everybody, okay. So everybody can go study Wing Chun, and at least they study the minimum to the minimum. At least they know. Like we go study how to drive a car. At least we know how to drive a car. We don't have to be a racer, but we know how to drive a car, and we can drive the highway. Okay, so that's the intention. Okay, so this is a table of content. So as you can see here, okay, as you can see here, first we need to address what is Wing Chun Queen. We need to seriously ask what is Wing Chun Queen. And under that, we need to know the long fish and short track of the Chinese martial arts. This is the categorization, not the today's internal art, external art, and everybody make up whatever heck they want to make up for past 100 years, okay? It's totally chaotic and it's a mess. We don't want that. Why do we want that? Wing Chun is a good art which is based on this, not based on today's those internal chi, those materials, mind power, those stuff. Wing Chun for hundreds of years, okay? This thing based in 1560s era. And this is the categorization for the general Qi Guang of Ming Dynasty, using it for the country's military and for real war. Okay. Well, tell me which so-called external, internal, those kinds of story have ever used in the scale that like the general Qi Guang in the Ming Dynasty 1560 era. Okay. Go check it out. So that's why I don't buy those internal, external today. This is whatever it is, okay? And we're going to, in the book, bring out the other different data points, okay? Because we want to have a multi-data point and have a common denominator. We talk based on that, not on this grandmaster or grandmaster, okay? On the other grandmaster. There's an issue in Chinese Qigong or martial art today. A lot of people using their grandmaster, okay, to override the law of nature. Okay, so people don't check on the law of physics and so forth, but they say, oh, my grandmaster teach me this way, thus we do it this way. Okay, so are we going to say that you use this grandmaster name to override the law of physics? And that's why you end up so many crazy stuff today about Qi. Well, tell me who developed Qi? How Qi is a chord or different than law of nature. Okay, instead of totally ignore this thing, today is people say, oh, this grandmaster, he have Qi, he have advanced internal art, all those kind of stuff. But guess what? This is all empty. It doesn't even come close to fit the law of physics. And how are we going to raise the next generation's Wing Chuners properly if we keeping going this kind of stuff? And what we know is that if we keeping going this kind of stuff, it'll turn it into like a code. When it faces the law of physics, it's going to melt like ice cream melt under the fire or the strong sun. If we don't want to see that, we have to watch out this using the grandmaster's name to override the law of physics. Okay, that's crazy. Okay, and Chinese martial art have a lot of that. Okay, only a few days ago, I can tell you one thing is that I was debating with this guy who using his body to crush on the tree. Yes, there's a tree here, so he crushed into the tree. And he said that he can have a stronger body that way. And in fact, it's proven in China, whoever trained this way after the year of 40-year-old, they will have some kinds of internal organs damage due to the shock of the crushing or the heart crush or so forth. So are we? And then when I bring the case out, they say, oh yeah, this is our style. You never practice our style. This is my grandmaster. I told him I don't give a damn. Okay, because when you say this kind of style, you just screw other people. Medical experiment and research already say if you do this way after 40-year-old, you get in trouble. So look at all this so-called best fighter grandmaster after 60 or 40, 50, 60-year-old. Look at how they live and they die. Okay, are they have a healthy body, or when they die, they die miserably, stroke and those kind of stuff. Go check out the history. Okay, so we have to watch out this. That's why we need to know what is this about. Okay, and we found out that Wing Chun is a short strike art. It's not a long fist art. And it has its characteristic of how to do things, okay? And we found out why. Okay, so we need to know how is Wing Chun Kin, so how is it thing get done? And thus we need to know the mechanics of the stick body short strike. Stick body short strike. In all Chinese writing, you just Google it, you can see 贴身短打, okay? Everybody know that Wing Chun is a stick body short strike, and It's unarguable. You don't need to argue. Everybody, not debatable too, because everybody wrote that, okay? And we need to know what's the mechanics. We just cannot simply, saying this, but we don't understand what the heck's going on, right? And because it is about mechanics, this has to link with physics. This mechanic has to link with physics, okay? Newton's law, Newton's motion, okay? So we need to know the base on that. And then, because Wing Chun is a stick body short strike, the strength generations or power generation will be different. The power type will be different. Okay? The power type of a short strike will be different than the long fist, okay? Because of the distance and so forth, the what fit better, right? So that is why we need to know this. And then the line of attack. It is not just like, oh, this is the dummy, wooden dummy here. Okay, with the wooden dummy here, and we stand here, and we say, okay, we do the wooden dummy. The closest between 2 points is the straight line. Just go right into that. Are we nuts? That is arm here and legs here. It's going to crush into. If we're going to crush with the wooden dummy, we lost. Okay, because this is a wooden dummy. Okay, so we need to know the line of fire. We don't want, and then we need to know close in. How are we going to get close? Okay, because Wing Chun is a stick body short strike. We need to get close. We are not Wing Chun is not a long fist. Okay, it's not a long fist. It's not a long fist. So we need to get close. And so how to close in? Okay, when I close in, what should I do? Where should I go? We need to answer that. All this question, okay? Instead of always, Wing Chun is simple, center line, you go to the center line, okay, you take an angle to the center, what the heck are we talking about? We need to know why, how, very details, okay, because we're dealing with momentum handling here. Okay, and then receive. We all know the slogan of the Wing Chun, or the saying of the Wing Chun, come, accept, okay, and come, accept is actually receive, okay. You read all the ancient grandmasters' teaching, including the Grandmaster Yip Man 1972 interview. You can see all those things. Wing Chun is about receive, because stick body short strike, you need to receive. It's not going to block something, or it's not going to sustain or withstand something. It is about receive, close in and receive. We are in trouble if we have no idea what this is, and receive how to receive. There's an issue. There's a thing we need to be clear out, okay? So we need that. And again, all this, you need footwork. Without footwork, how is say this is the opponent? Say this is the opponent. Say this is us. We're going to go in here. Okay, fine, you want to go this angle, you want to go turn, whatever. But how is the footwork going down there? Okay, every timing has to count. Every inertial of the momentum. Okay, so the timing and then the inertial of the momentum has to count, because we are human, okay? We don't fly in the thin air, okay? So you need a footwork, okay? And then how is your body, the flexible body, to support all this, okay? We need to know that, okay? How your 7-ball, how your iYikKam handling, you have to know this thing basic, okay? And we need to practice it and develop the skill. Without the skill, what's good is just talking, sitting down there and talk. Oh, that's not Wing Chun Queen. That's it. Talking Wing Chun theory. That's different than train in the Wing Chun Queen. Okay? And then the wooden dummy practice. There's some rules in the wooden dummy practice. Wooden dummy is not just a ritual. Okay? Or, like the Pokemon Go. Like today's we called Pokemon Go. If you look at the history, let me tell this so-called wooden dummy or Xiu Lin Tao. The Xiu Lin Tao sets, okay? It's actually like Pokemon Go, okay? It's not real, but it's like Pokemon Go, okay? So why I'm saying the Pokemon Go? It's because everybody try to collect as many Pokemon as possible. Oh, I have the 36, and then tomorrow I come back, so I have 72. Wing Chun 72 point, Wooden Dummy 108 point, and then I keeping racing. Okay, Xiu Lin Tao 365 points, and Wooden Dummy 116 point. You know, it's like catching Pokemon. Okay, you have Pikachu today and tomorrow whatever heck. Okay, and it end up that all this is become an entertainment. It really doesn't develop anything much. It doesn't develop something which is actually supporting this. Okay? Now, again, the end is the last is the techniques. One need to have all this and the training to be able to perform the techniques properly. So the technique is like we just simply cannot use a scissor as a knife. A scissor and a knife is a different thing. Of sure, they both look sharp, okay? So not that Wing Chun, because it's from southern China, so it's a southern Chinese Kung Fu, so we're doing the same, okay? So Wing Chun and southern praying mantis is the same. Wing Chun is the same with the Fujian white crane. Wing Chun is the same with Ngo Zhou. Wing Chun is the same with Tai Chi. Wing Chun is the same with Bagua. Wing Chun is the same with everything. I mean, there's nonsense, okay? Techniques has to support here, okay? And only if we know this, as we know in this checklist, then we can beginning the journey, okay? Only then we begin the journey. Otherwise, what are we doing? We're sitting down there playing Pokemon Go, just catching Pokemon all the way, and we chat in the Pokemon Go forum on how many Pokemon, or I think so, you believe so, okay? So, okay, so this is what in the content, and this is what answer the questions of this thing, and it is needed, okay? Because if we want to go to university classroom or college classroom for the formal and get the mainstream to respect us, the scientists be able to do research on us and respect Wing Chun, we better get this, okay? That's an education. So okay, let's talk about let me show you, something in the book about this long fish and short strike. Okay, this is long fish. Long fish is like you have a thing you push away. You push away. Okay, you push away. This is long fish. And short strike always you retract your arm, your body move in to close in. So short strike receive and close in concurrent. So this is Lai Lao Hui Song Lat Sao Jik Chong. Accept the incoming, escort the leaving, disengage, thrust forward. That's whatever you do. Just go thrust outward because he want to be here. Okay, that's short strike at range. Okay, and this is the in the 1700. Sorry, 1700. This is the short strike, a very famous writing of the short strike, okay, by Mr. Grandmaster Chang. Say a long come, short receive, habitually close in to the opponent's body. This is the general rule or common denominator rule of all short strike art, and this one can trace to 1560. This is the type, and our Lai Lo Hui Song is actually evolutions or going further from this thing. Okay, but we just share this platform. This is the platform, okay? So the Qi Sao practice actually is a part of receive. And then have to accept and escort for us. Okay? So this is what we know. We need to know in detail a lot of things. And people talk about Lin Xiu Dai Da sometimes. Like you Lin Xiu Dai Da, meaning that you receive and you you attack in the same time and so forth. And guess what? We can keep talking about 連消帶打 as much as possible. The 連消帶打 or 打手係消手 as much as possible. As soon as we have no idea what is a long fist, the technology and the short strike, we're going to screw everything. Because the 連消帶打 we talk about in Wing Chun is the short strike. It has to follow this receive and close in. It has to follow the Wing Chun saying, and it has to have the short strike body, which is the flexible body. Long fist, you have a rigid body. Short strike, you have a different type of body. Okay, the flexible body. That's why we call it rattan body. Okay, or snake engine, or the 7-ball dynamic. It is not structure. Wing Chun doesn't have structure. Okay, that's why I say again and again. Even Grandmaster Ip Man in his 1972 interview, it doesn't say structure. It said rattan body. Okay, flexible. So why? Who knows who create all this structure stuff for past 65 years? Okay, we need to get to the point, okay, and see what the ancient, the old grandmasters say and what they practice. And then Wing Chun mechanics. We need to know the Wing Chun mechanics by design. And this is the Wing Chun Jing, okay, or Wing Chun Jing. It's not Tai Chi Jing. This is the Wing Chun mechanics. This is based on physics, which is the mechanical advantage and the torque advantage. So for example, if there is what do you call it, a revolving door here, revolving door, okay? If you try to push this revolving door, push it from this side, okay? You push it from this side, you push it from this side, okay? If you push here versus here, you push here will be easier to push. You push close to the center of revolving door or the axis of revolving is very tough, very hard, okay, very difficult. You need to use a lot of effort. And not to mention that if you enlong your hand, okay, you have a long hand here. You just extended your arm to push it here. You need to end up using a lot of effort. Okay. So you have you extend your arm here, and you push in a very close distance to the center. In order just to move a small portion here, you need to have a lot of effort. Go try it. Go get a revolving door in the place you live and try to do it. See what happens. Okay. So big power, big effort over here, you just move a little bit. Now, if this revolving ball, like from other people, somehow they have another guy who run into here, the revolving ball, and revolving door spin a little bit, okay? So if the revolving door is spinning a little bit here, the blue one, spinning a little bit, if this is an extended arm, this guy will have a tough time to handle this. You need to have a lot of effort, okay? So this is the Wing Chun mechanic by design, because Wing Chun is a short strike, okay, or stick body short strike. So Wing Chun range is really close. It's fighting range here, okay. Let me show you. So Wing Chun is fighting in this range. So the idea is this whole thing is going to migrate to this portion, okay? Okay? So use all these advantages to handle the opponent, okay? So, this is a very nice design because it doesn't rely on your chi, it doesn't rely on your jing. It has mechanical advantages by physics. So it's like a solar power using the solar energy, and this is using physics. And even in a bad time or bad day when you're weak, you still be able to have advantage here. Okay? You still have advantage even when you are in the bad time or in the weak time. Okay? Because of this mechanical advantages, okay, and the torque advantages. That's Wing Chun design, okay. So you don't need those other jing from internal art and so forth, okay. This is Wing Chun. If you do that way, if you do Wing Chun properly, you have this because it's by design, okay. And then also the Wing Chun, like this one, Wing Chun short power or strength generation. Wing Chun is not, because Wing Chun is fighting here, fighting in this close, everything going here, move here, and fighting here. It doesn't use those kinds of big long fists like the Tai Chi way of pushing or the karate way of punching. It's using the torque. Remember this mechanism here, the torque mechanics advantage and the mechanical advantage here. Okay, and then using the snap with the center axis erect so that you can use the balance, the torque, and the snap. That's the Wing Chun power. Okay, it's not the big punch or heavy strike, those kind of thing. Okay. And then, when you do, what do you call it, wooden dummy, instead of saying that, oh yeah, we're going to brute force everything, banging on this wooden dummy, we use the momentum and the tendency. Otherwise, we are not practice according to what this rule is, this Wing Chun idea or Wing Chun concrete is, right? We cannot just keeping saying one thing and do the other thing. We cannot just saying, oh, come accept lift escort and blah blah blah, but then we keeping standing here with the structure and brute force everything, forward pressure, strength and all, everything sustain, holding the structure, everything. I mean, that's totally opposite of whatever we talk about. Okay? So in the dummy practice is important. If we don't practice dummy properly, we are not going to get anywhere. Okay? Now we'll talk about techniques. Okay, techniques. This technique is a disaster. This is the disaster. This is a proper way of techniques. Why is it a disaster? Okay, why is it a disaster? Why is it a no-no? This is a no-no. Okay, why is it a no-no? Especially for a lady. Let me show you why. First thing, the line of attack is like this. Okay, the line of attack of Jack is straight like this, and Tris here is playing in the line of attack with Jack. So who is going to win when you go? It's become a power struggle where momentum, who have the bigger momentum, who have the bigger speed, win here. So even the guy who win will get hit, okay, because it is both in the line of fire, or line of attack. Is going this way. Okay, it's going this way. If you look at from the top view, it's going to do it this way. So if you have the big truck here and the small car here, the truck is going to crush in, and it's going to damage, and this is going to damage. Okay, so this is a no-no. Okay, feminine or weaker Wing Chunner must never get into this kind of thing, and actually all Wing Chunner better not get into this thing. This is not Wing Chun. Okay. And this is the thing we need to see too. So there's line of fire. The second thing is that Wing Chun is supposed to be in here, close by, not this far away. Okay, this is a long fist range. This range here is a long fist. Okay, it's a long fist range. Okay, and if you look at Tris strike here, this is going to be weak because this design of the Wing Chun strike is actually a short strike stuff, and then you get to travel this long, you lose your mechanical advantage, you lose your torque, you go straight line, you don't have the Wing Chun design with me. Okay, and so that is for the power and so forth. And again, another thing is this Tan Sao here. This is a kiss of death. So you can block Tris and block Jack's wrist here. So what's it going to do? Doing nothing. This punch is going to strike in, and this hand is going to easily move away. Okay? So by line of attack, by close in, by receiving, by the Wing Chun mechanics, Wing Chun mechanics, Wing Chun power generation or strength handling. This is a mess. It's not Wing Chun. It's going to guarantee predicted Trish is going to lose because Jack is bigger than her. Okay? Point blank. Okay? You don't even have to do anything. Why? Why we can say that? Because it's law of physics. Okay? Because it's law of physics. It's because it's a law of physics. Okay, in whoever story is not reliable, but in terms of law of physics, no human being can run away from that. So this is a no. The proper one is this. You see? This is the proper one. You see, Jack's line of fire is like this. Let me show you this is better. Jack's line of fire is this way. Trish's line of fire is this way. Trish get him. He doesn't get Trish. Jack doesn't get Trish. Okay? That's number one, the line of fire. The second thing is Trish is closed here already. So Trish have the mechanical advantage and torque advantage. She's spinning there already with a snap punch here. Very close. And then like remember the revolving door? The revolving door here. Trish have the advantage. So with a little effort, he can handle his big effort. Okay? He have that. Okay? And then you look at that. He is jamming Trish is jamming between his elbow and his shoulder here. And at this instant, it start to have the second strike to the head part of the center line already. Okay. So this is Wing Chun stick body short strike. Okay, that is what Wing Chun's are. This is a long fist. Okay, this is not Wing Chun. Even though I can argue with you saying that this is Tan Sao, this is called Tan Da, and this is called Lin Xiu Dai Da. I block his hand or deflect his hand and hit him the same time. This is disaster because he doesn't know that Wing Chun is designed for the stick body short strike. Okay? So that's what it is. You need to enter into there and finish up Jack here. Okay? It's not just a power struggle. And another thing I want to call for everybody's attention to. Trish is here. Trish is here. In order to get to this side, one needs footwork. How to get into here? That has to be addressed. If that is not going to address, it's not trained. This is just empty idea. Okay? So you need to understand that. Okay? And so the body of the trees must not be like a rack holding a structure. You're not going to get into the line of fire and going to have a power struggle with a bull, which is coming. Okay. So this book is for Wing Chun. As I go through with you some of them, briefly go through the book's content with you, so you can have a feeling. This one is for the engine, for the details, or the body of the art, or this is dealing with the Wing Chun design, the Wing Chun design. Okay. So this is the Wing Chun Queen design. Wing Chun Queen design. Okay, by design, what it is. Okay, and this is with the law of physics. This is like the engineering. Okay, for example, the design of a smartphone or tablet computer, and this is the law of physics of it. So you need these two. When you have these two books, if you do this for one semester, then you know Wing Chun. You know the basic educations of Wing Chun. Okay, then you have this basic educations. We don't want to waste our lifetime for guessing. Okay, so today this is my sharing with you, and this is, I intend to make that 2 books into a textbook, that's what I put my mind in. Okay, so so this is what it is about. Okay, so this is what I'd like to share with you today. And you don't have to buy my book. You don't have to buy. If you know this, you already know this, do not waste your money on my book. Don't. Okay? Save your money. Give it to the homeless. There's a lot of people need help. Okay? I rather you to give your money to the homeless people, or Thanksgiving is coming, or Christmas coming. Go to the people who need money. Give it to them instead of buying my book. Okay? If you don't need it, don't do it. Okay? I don't need the fan. Okay? I'm showing education here. Help the homeless or elderly home or the orphanage. That is following the code of Shaolin. Okay, if we are Shaolin, okay, do that. Okay, so this is for you today, and just watch my video. It's free. Okay, so this is for you today.